Alright, I've got a little computer to build here. Um, One rather unique thing, at least for me, about this computer is, well, it's pretty much all brand new parts. I've got brand new motherboard, brand new SSD, brand new power supply, which is off somewhere, and maybe most interestingly, a brand new case, which is 3D printed. Pretty neat. I printed it out of clear PETG. Then I made this little button. I had a standard, one of those real clicky buttons like you'd see on the front of a 90s PC. This is more or less the same thing. This one's not a momentary switch. You can actually see it goes on and off and stays there. But, yeah. So I just printed a little shroud for that since I didn't have the proper size switch for that hole. Yeah. I think the only thing used in this is the RAM, which, you know, I had it around. I'm not gonna be paying for 16 gigs of RAM when DDR4 when I just have it handy. Alright, now it's in. And let's see, next thing I've got is this little 128 gigabyte SATA SSD. M.2 form factor, obviously. This doesn't have a 2242 mounting hole, so I had to 3D print this little adapter too. Again, I just had this lying around from a different project. Most of this stuff is just stuff I've had around, but I happen to be in need of a decent modern desktop. I have desktops galore all over the damn place, but most of them are, well, here. That one's empty. This one's a Pentium 3, very nice for retro stuff, but, you know, you can't, I know you could browse the web, but I'm not going to be putting up with browsing the web on that as my only PC for when I'm home. You've seen that before. That's the VSC7, which obviously that's a piece of shit, so I'm not using that. This is a Phenom 2, X4, that is, 4-core. Could theoretically be nice, but I'm actually kind of want to do like a special nice looking build for once, you know. Most of my computers they aren't lookers. I just care that they work, but I started realizing I have a lot of, at least a few blue components, like this RAM, this motherboard. This would make like a really nice, a cool looking Windows 7 box, but enough of that. So yeah, that's it. I've got these wired up, but that's really everything else. So, and the back plate is on. I wanted to put a fan in, but, you know, not quite enough room. It's a little too thick. I've got some other fans which should be thinner that I intend on installing at some point, but I'll have to dig them out. I'm not doing that right now because it's cold and dark outside. Yeah, so then you just take both of these halves and squish them together. These little tabs here keep them together, and that's how it's fully toolless. I have some foam back here as spacers to keep the motherboard from shifting around. Then I've also installed the power LED back there on a little bit of foam tape. It's very simple, but it'll work enough. So yeah, then like 30 seconds or so later, there it is together. Nice little unit. Like I said, I'll fill in this gap here. So yeah, I'll get it connected, and then my plan is to install Alpine Linux. It was recommended to me. It seems interesting. It's really more of a an embedded distro than anything, but I feel like that's fitting given we have what is more or less an embedded ITX motherboard. Yeah. Uses BusyBox, that's sort of the big thing. Does not have any GNU components. I don't know if it has the GNU C compiler. I was just trying to close that a little bit there. It's obviously not the tightest fit, but you know what? For not requiring any tools, it's pretty damn good. It works well, it houses the components, access to ports, and everything. All I really need. I am working on a more permanent home, also 3D printed. This one is modeled. You can kind of begin to see it, especially with the feet there, but it's meant to look like a G5 Power Mac. That's going to be the permanent home for this, and then because also it has PCI slots, then I figure the VIA, the little VIA motherboard, or VIA, however it's called, that can go in here. Shitty case for a shitty computer. It's not really that shitty. It's just, you know, it's a toolless 3D printed case. It's exceptional for depending on your expectations. But enough rambling. Let's get it plugged the fuck in. So there we are in the BIOS. You might notice I've added a little fan. It's just taped in there. Eventually I'll put a real one in, but I don't want to risk melting the plastic. It's PETG, so it should be fine, but, you know, either way. So, yeah. Does the mouse work? Do I have the mouse plugged in? Yes.